the Democratic Party is going to have to make a very, very profound and important decision. It can do the right thing and open its doors and welcome into the party people who are prepared to fight for real economic and social change. So I say to the leadership of the Democratic Party, open the doors, let the people in.
So the Democratic Party's got this problem. There's a rift between Hillary supporters and these people who support Bernie. Join us right now, Judge Alex Ferrer.
It's great to be here.
What do you make of what's going on the Democratic side? It's clear what's happening with the Republicans.
Yeah, I think on both sides. I mean, this is a year that we're going to look back. I think that the bumper sticker industry is going to take a big hit this year because unlike other years, nobody wants to put a bumper sticker on the car that says who the heck they voted for, because the amount of disenchantment with Trump and with Hillary is massive, like more than I've seen on any candidate.
Unless you have glass insurance, then you can just replace the windshield.
Exactly. But now what's happening with the Democrats is kind of interesting to me, because Trump, yes, there's a lot of people who say never Trump, never Trump, never Trump. But I think a lot of those people will come back into the fold. But Bernie's campaign is built around the youth of America. You know, to make the change in the economy and all that, you need a massive movement.
Those people, the Bernie supporters, might actually support Trump.
Well, they might, but the more important thing, I think, for the Democrats is, unlike the Trump supporters, the energy and hope that you need for a movement like that exists in the youth. But the youth, they look at Bernie as like today's video game. He's like the hottest new video game. Hillary's not. Hillary's last year's video game. When he gets knocked out of the race, I don't think they come out for her.
But Judge, he has said, yeah, I want everyone to do what they can to stop Donald Trump. So he made it clear he's going to eventually go over there.
Oh, no, absolutely he will. But the question is, will the youth follow him over there? They're excited about him. Yeah. I don't think that him getting up and saying, we gotta go support Hillary is going to be the same thing for them. I think at that point, a lot of them just stay home because the excitement of the movement isn't there anymore.
If they do vote for him, what would the bumper sticker say? Trump on my bump? Bumper.
Hey, I'm a Trumper with my bumper.
Go ahead. Back in 1996, Bill Clinton, in his State of the Union speech, he was talking about immigration and securing the border.
Right.
And Numbers USA has pulled some of those clips. It sounds very much like Donald Trump's platform. Take a listen.
We are increasing border controls by 50%. We are increasing inspections to prevent the hiring of illegal immigrants. And tonight I announce I will sign an executive order to deny federal contracts to businesses that hire illegal immigrants. Let me be very clear about this. We are still a nation of immigrants. We should be proud of it. We should honor every legal immigrant here working hard to be a good citizen, working hard to become a new citizen. But we are also a nation of laws.
When the commander-in-chief says something like that, for a judge like you, what's the message? For people in the judicial system, legal system, what's the message?
Well, I mean, you know, I'm an immigrant. I came from Cuba illegally when the U.S. opened its arms to my family and so many other Cuban immigrants. And I've had my entire life in law enforcement as a cop and a lawyer and a judge. So I'm a big proponent of legal immigration and a complete opponent of illegal immigration. And that's exactly the message the president should be giving. You know, we have to follow our laws. I saw the piece where they compared what he said with what Trump said, and I think you had the lead-in to this segment.
Exactly.
I mean, it's almost identical. I think this is huge for Donald Trump.
What is happening in our country?
Well, I mean, I don't think that anything massive.
It's about
is happening.
politics. It's about votes.
I think this is stirring up your, as you said, the politics. This is stirring up your base. The Democrats know what to say to get their base angry.
They didn't want to stir up their base then, or has the country changed?
No, I think in some ways it has changed, but this ad that shows that Trump is not that far off from the beloved Bill Clinton in his position, I think is huge for the Trump campaign, because it pulls the rug out of attacking him on immigration. Granted, the difference is Bill Clinton wasn't saying let's support 11 million illegal immigrants who are here, but on every other level, his comments dovetailed perfectly with Trump's, and that eliminates that major thorn in the campaign.
Sure, and one other thing is Hillary will not say illegal. And he just said it about 5 times in one paragraph.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, right?
That's a good point.
All right. Meanwhile, let's talk a little bit about Bo Bergdahl. Apparently, the court-martial is going to have to wait until next year.
February 4th.
Why?
Tons of classified documents. You know, they have different issues in military court-martials than you do in my courtroom. They're dealing with classified documents. They have like 80,000.
It makes sense to you?
Absolutely. 80,000 documents. This is not to get it past the campaign, the election period, or anything like that. They've got to be very careful that they don't release things that shouldn't be released.
Right.
At the same time, they have to protect his due process rights.
You know, I understand the public interest in this, especially how the dubious way in which he escaped was captured when he went through. But I think this should be a military issue now, right? Let them handle it. I think you can keep politics out of it. Will politics be out of this decision?
I think it has to be. I mean, you know, it looked like he was not going to get court-martialed, the full court-martial, and, you know, big congratulations to General Abrams, who stood up and said, no, I don't agree with the recommendations of the original investigator. We're going to go with a full-blown court-martial. Now he faces a potential life sentence. I don't know if he'll get that, but he faces a potential life sentence, which otherwise they were recommending no jail time at all. So that's the kind of general you want, the one who looks at the situation and goes, politics aside, we're doing this because that's the right thing.
What a wide-ranging conversation we've just had with the judge.
We're not going to have a cooking segment?
No, absolutely. Yeah.
John, will you wheel out the stove?
Someone get the paprika. Let's just start.
Judge, thank you very much.
It's great seeing you guys.
Come back sometime. We'll do Cooking with Ferrer.
Yeah, that'd be dangerous.
It's great to see you. Thanks, Judge.